Morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing great because I'm finally back. It's been, what, like 8 days or something? I know it's been a while, but I was on vacation. But now I'm back. It just sure would be a shame if I had to go back again in 2 days for another 3 days and I wouldn't be able to stream the Xbox event. Yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it? That was some good foreshadowing right there. All right, anyway. I'm glad I'm back because the God of War Ragnarok PC port got announced the day before I had to leave. And I, for one, am very excited. Unfortunately, you will need a PSN account to play the game, but I'm not as bothered for this game as I was for Helldivers, because Helldivers has a kernel-level anti-cheat and God of War does not. But it does suck either way, and now, of course, what, like 180 countries won't be able to play the game? So to those countries, all I can say is, play Sea of Thieves IRL, if you know what I mean. But yeah, either way, I'm excited for the port, but there's a certain group of people who are not excited for the port, and those, of course, are the PlayStation fanboys. Because once again, of course, they are up in arms about their precious exclusives being taken away from them, even though they still have access to the game and have had access for the past year and a half. But I guess that doesn't matter unless it's forever exclusive. I don't know, these people don't make any sense. So today we're going to be taking a look at some salty comments on the PlayStation blog post announcing this PC port. And let me tell you, they are mad. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. We don't want to see PC announcements at the PlayStation events. Save these for Summer Games Fest or TGA. You seem to not understand your core consumers don't want this PC expansion when it comes to single-player games. Single-player games should be permanently exclusive to the console, at least natively. You're making PC the best place to play your own first-party tentpole games. Now, I want you to pay attention to the usernames throughout all these comments we look at, because a lot of these comments are like the same 4 people constantly talking to each other about how bad this is. It's so pathetic. But let's talk about what this guy said. He says the core customers don't want PC expansion. No, that is false. The core customers might not be shouting from the hilltops, hey, put all these games on PC, but the vast majority of PlayStation gamers either don't care about the games coming to PC or they're for it. And then there's the subsection of you people who are entirely against it for some reason. Now, PlayStation customers might not want to see PC port announcements at a PlayStation showcase or state of play, but that's a different conversation. And yes, God forbid they make PC the best place to play their games. You know, it's not like that's how PC is for every single game out there. Mod support, graphical options, higher frame rates, higher resolutions, don't have to pay to play online. How dare they do that? But of course, we're gonna omit the fact that you guys got to play this day one and PC gamers have had to wait almost 2 years. That is for now until day and date comes and you guys get even angrier. But just notice that he's saying your core customers don't want this PC expansion. That includes him, obviously, and he's saying they're making PC the best place to play their own games, and apparently that's a bad thing. Keep that in mind. That will be very important in a moment. But before you see what I mean by that, let's take a look at this next comment real quick. Alrighty, oh god, not this guy again. This dude was in the Ghost of Tsushima video I made a couple months ago. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Alright, let's take a look. That Herman Holst effect. Trash. This PC strategy is a failure. Before it was 4 years to wait, then 2 years. The time period gets shorter. Day and date PC releases is now on the horizon. The investor question during Sony's group meeting exposed you, both Herman and Hideaki. I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. I'm sorry if I'm not. PC support on PS5 and PS4 exclusives will only cannibalize PS5 sales. PC gamers will not buy a PS5 just to play a PS5 1 year earlier. What premier exclusives does PS5 have left now? Stellar Blade for now. Spider-Man 2 soon to come to PC. Demon's Souls for now. Destruction All-Stars for now. Astro's Playroom likely forever. And upcoming Astrobot. Team Asobi Japan Studio Legacy. It's looking spooky out here for PS5. My god, does Sony's 9th generation need a miracle right now? Well, they definitely need a miracle, but the PC ports are not what they need a miracle for, because the PC ports are just fine. To say that it's been a failure is hilarious. Their PC ports are only getting more successful as time goes on. They made $2.5 billion off PC alone in 2022. And then this year, Helldivers 2 is already their 7th most successful game of all time, which was a day-and-date PC release, and it's doing better on PC than it is on PlayStation. And Ghost of Tsushima is just behind Helldivers for the 2nd most successful PC port. Think about it, a 4-year-old single-player game got 70,000 concurrent players. That is pretty wild to think about. But at least he acknowledges that day and date is inevitable. Yes, I know they said they're gonna wait a year because the whole point of the PC ports supposedly is to get PC gamers interested, so they'll buy a PS5 for the sequels. But if that's the case, why are you porting the sequels to PC? Obviously, day and date update is coming. Even PlayStation fanboys are admitting it. But I mean, you just said it right there, dude. PC gamers will not buy a PS5 just to play the game early in a worse form. Now, some will, obviously. There's gonna be some people who do it, but obviously a lot will not, hence why they're doing these ports. They finally realized there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people on PC, myself included, who no matter how good of a game they have over there, we will not buy a console just to play one game, or two games, or however many. If they want to sell us the product, they gotta come to us, which is what they've been doing. And you say this is gonna cannibalize sales. Will PS5 sales drop a little bit? Maybe, but this is not going to cannibalize sales. I mean, just look at Xbox, for example. I have not seen a single graph or piece of data or anything which proves that after they went day and date on PC, their console sales just suddenly tanked. They killed the console before they started porting to PC. And I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest, dude. I think they would rather have a lot more game sales than a few more PlayStation console sales. I mean, again, look at Helldivers. To this day, it's doing better on PC than PS5. Now, I'm not gonna say that game would have been DOA without PC, but I am gonna say PC was a massive benefit to that game. And once games do start going day and date, I know Helldivers is gonna be one of the reasons it happened. But anyway, remember what I said a couple minutes ago to remember that guy said that, oh, these games coming to PC is a bad thing? Yeah, take a look at this reply that he left to that comment we just read. The PS5 is my last PlayStation console. Sony thinks their core audience doesn't have PCs in their homes. I bought a PS4 to stand alongside my PC, to play only on PlayStation games because they alienated me, and millions more to believe that PlayStation would be the best place to play these games. I then moved to PS5 believing they would at least respect the titles from this generation. PS5 is a complete failure exclusive-wise. Only Demon's Souls and Spider-Man 2 are actually exclusive to the console. The rest is either on PC or PS4. When I bought this console, it was the best place to play. Now they somehow port single-player games to PC and make the experience better there, cheaper, without the need for subscriptions for online pay, and they don't even protect their games against piracy. Okay, so there's a couple things wrong with this. First of all, you say when you bought your PS5, it was the best place to play.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
I mean, these people honestly make it too easy. You said the PS5 was the best place to play, and then at the end of the paragraph, you list all these different reasons why PC is a better place to play than PlayStation. You cannot make this up. But wait, it gets even worse, because apparently this guy has a PC. So then why are you mad that the games are coming to PC? You should be happy that you get to play them now in a better form. You quite literally have no reason to be mad and only reasons to be happy about this. And you're still mad. This is like the perfect summary of the internet. You're literally getting mad at something that benefits you. Oh my god, I gotta calm down. I'm gonna pass out. All right, moving on to the next one. Oh wow, what a shocker. Now tell me you won't even put de novo on the game to protect it against piracy and make me look like a clown who purchased an $80 digital deluxe game for PC Master Race to pirate it. Okay, why do you care if people pirate games or not? That's completely their business. If you bought the game and had fun with it, that's all that matters. Is your purchase suddenly not worth it because years later somebody pirated it? Like, this logic makes no sense. By that logic, you just need to get out of all entertainment in general. Movies, video games, TV, everything, because there's piracy in all of that. This has got to be JTech's alt or something. Imagine being the consumer and advocating for DRM. You just suck at that point. Also, no, dude, PC gamers won't make you look like a clown for purchasing an $80 deluxe game. You did that, especially if you bought the deluxe edition of Horizon, dear god. If you guys have been around for at least a month or two, you'll probably know I cannot stand Horizon. But whatever, that's another conversation for another time. Anyway, another 70,000 player flop inbound. Sold millions on PlayStation within a few days. Yeah, at this point, you will have released all of the latest single-player AAA games on PC before getting any out for us on PS5 only. All we got this gen was Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart and Spider-Man 2, and one of them is on PC PC since a year ago, lol. I mean, I guess Demon Souls doesn't count, but okay, whatever. I said it earlier in the video and I'll say it again. 70,000 players when you're re-releasing a game 4 years later on a different platform is very good. And I mean, really, at the end of the day, when it comes to single player games, the concurrent players don't even really matter as much. It's just all about those sales, and we know Ghost of Tsushima has sold well on PC. Although it is kind of depressing to think about, actually. The only big next-gen games that PS5 has had so far, at least off the top of my head, are Demon Souls, which, I mean, that one's good. But then Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man. Oh, no. Yeah, that's pretty sad to think about. Anyway, moving on. People don't realize that PC is more expensive than any PlayStation console. Seeing God of War coming to PC announcement makes no difference to me. More people get to experience God of War titles. Based, good sir. Very based. And then, of course, the guy from earlier comes in. Not true. Steam Deck is $3.99. Steam Storefront competes directly with PS Store. I will buy my games on Steam moving forward, where I will actually not need PS Plus. Will pay less for the games, will have better refund policy, and actually play the best versions of the games. Again, dude, oh my god, I am gonna lose it in a second. You just listed all the reasons why this game coming over is a good thing, and why you should be excited. So why are you so mad about it if you have a PC? You should be excited, or at the bare minimum, just not care. Also, you say PC competes directly with PlayStation? Completely incorrect. The console and PC markets are completely different. And if PlayStation was competing with PC, then why are they putting their games over there? The logic is not logicking. And look, I'm sorry, I cannot get over the fact that this guy has a PC and he's mad about this. Like, he actually has no brain cells left. All right, anyway, continuing on. How could this possibly get worse? By the way, that wasn't foreshadowing. That was a genuine question. I actually don't know if this is gonna get worse or not. We all saw this coming, so nobody should be angry, right? Exactly. Well, apparently not. We absolutely should. They said the games would go to PC to entice the community to play the sequels. If they're putting even the sequels on PC, what remains the reason to purchase the console for that audience specifically? Well, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. But why are you mad about this? I don't get it. Why do you want PC gamers to be forced to buy a console to play the sequel to a game? It makes absolutely zero sense. This affects you in no way whatsoever. Although I guess in your twisted logic, this does affect you because for some reason, all of a sudden, that deluxe edition you bought 2 years ago of a game is now suddenly stupid because a couple people are gonna pirate the games. Does that make sense to anybody else? No? Okay, good. Thought so. Just making sure. Continuing on. All games will come to PC. That is the message. So PS fans, I think the message is clear. Sony does not give a F about us. It is the PC players who pirates their games day one. Dude, it took Sony 3 days to respond to PC player backlash for Helldivers PSN. It has been 4 years and we still didn't get folders on our PS5. Where is my themes? Where is actual native back compat? Where is the customizable UI features? But what Sony does, let's put our games on PC. What a genius you are, Sony. Keep doing this, you'll find out. Your end will be worse than Xbox because it is owned by Microsoft. All Sony fans will fail if PS loses, and right now you lost me as a fan. Okay, I hate to be this guy, but holy grammar. I'm sorry, I get it from my mom. But okay, there's a couple things to break down here. First of all, it took Sony 3 days to respond to the PSN backlash because they were at risk of losing a lot of money. If you want stuff done, then actually make a big stink about it and hit them in the wallet. Don't just go complain on Twitter and in the forums, because nobody besides a couple other people on this blog post are even gonna read this comment, and I guess myself. Second of all, we've got the classic, oh, PC gamers just pirate games. You know, let's ignore the fact that the games on PC are selling hundreds of thousands to millions of copies, and that piracy is obviously not a huge issue, or else Sony would stop porting to PC. But no, none of that could be true, right? Also, I love that last part. It sounds like a threat. Your end will be worse than Xbox. Like, it sounds like he's about to kill somebody, which he very well may have after he left this comment. I'm honestly not sure. Continuing on, what is happening with this brand, bro? Last gen, this console used to be the best place to play single player games. Many people bought a PS4 to play games that were only on PlayStation. Today, looks like a circus. In 2024, PC will have more first-party PlayStation Studio releases than the PS5. It's not shocking to me that PS5 is missing sales targets. You won't be able to surpass the PS4 without true exclusive games. I really don't understand this strategy. I get it for live service stuff because it needs maximum amount of players, but for single-player games, the only thing it makes is annoy the core customers of PlayStation and create confusion. Games like Sackboy, Returnal, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and even Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection flopped heavily on PC. The PC audience prefers multiplayer games. These cinematic games will struggle to sell 1 million units at full price, in which you'll have to share 30% with Valve. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Okay, so first of all, you see the reason to do day and date with live service, but not with single player. At least you see that, so I'll give you a little bit of credit there. Half a point. But you seem to not understand that the reason these games like Ratchet & Clank and Returnal didn't do well on PC is because these games already didn't do very well on PlayStation, and then they came to PC years later, so of course they're not gonna do well. A game is only gonna achieve maximum success on PC if it's their day and date, which is why it's inevitable that they'll start doing it. They want as much money as possible, which is why single player games and not just live service games need to come over day and date. I guarantee Ragnarok is going to sell nowhere near as well as it could have on PC if it was their day and date. Also, no, Sony doesn't have to split 30% with Valve. These guys get this wrong constantly. On console, you have to do a 30-70 split. On PC, it starts at 20-80, and then the more copies of a game you sell, the less you have to split. But hey, if they want to make a PlayStation launcher on PC and see how poorly that goes for them, they are more than welcome to try. Just like I'm gonna try to get through this next comment without laughing. Another heartbreak for us as a PlayStation gamer. I feel very frustrated by Sony's decision to port God of War Ragnarok on PC within just 1.5 years of its PlayStation release. I mean, what is the point of porting PlayStation's best exclusives on PC if this phase will continue? There will be no PS exclusives left for PlayStation consoles in the future. Also, State of Play announcements were mostly for PC port of Ragnarok and upcoming Until Dawn remaster for PC and PS5. WTF is wrong with Sony now. Okay, so if they continue to do this, PlayStation won't have any exclusive games left. That is true. However, I have to wonder, why do you care? And why are you heartbroken over this? I might make that the title, actually. PlayStation fanboys are heartbroken over God of War Ragnarok PC. You know what? I like it. That's what I'm gonna do. But either way, no, most of the State of Play was not dedicated to Ragnarok and Until Dawn. The majority of the showcase was dedicated to Concord, which, by the way, that game looks absolutely terrible, and I am definitely not picking that up. But yeah, there you go, guys. We have reached the point of heartbreak with these people. Honestly, I am also heartbroken, but for humanity's survival. Because if this is the intelligence level of people out there, we are not making it another 100 years. I will happily sign up as one of the first people to go to Mars. Get me off this rock, please. Anyway, continuing on. Just to let my fellow PlayStation gamers know that Sony Santa Monica has been blocking true PlayStation gamer on Twitter for not liking PC ports of God of War. Why should we be happy about losing exclusives to PC? They won't see my $80 when the next God of War releases. I'll wait for the PC version and pirate it like many on PC are doing already. You mean like a few are doing on PC, but putting that aside. Yes, only true PlayStation gamers don't want other people to experience the same games as them. Absolutely incredible logic. You're only a real fan if you want to gatekeep the games from everybody else. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, did you read this before you typed it? Not even that, do you listen to yourself in general? I mean, what am I saying? None of these guys do. And thankfully, we're done, so I don't have to listen to them anymore, and you don't have to listen to me anymore. Although, if you're still watching, you probably enjoyed listening to me talk about this, so if you did, then I appreciate it. So yeah, I guess with all that being said, that's gonna do it for this video. And I guess I should elaborate when I made that joke at the beginning of the video. It is true, I'm going back on vacation for like 3 more days, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, but I'll be back on the 10th, and on the 10th, we will be doing a live stream with Minx on her channel, and we're gonna be playing a spooky game, and you know how Minx is when it comes to spooky games, so please be sure to join us for that. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more. Join us on Minx's channel on the 10th, and join us every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern for Salt streams, except this Friday, because again, I'll be gone, and I will catch you all next time.